sort of the spirit grew out of our relationship with friends on staff at the Harpers Ferry National Historical Park. As musicians, my partner Terry and I have gone there to perform many times over the years for various events. And when you visit a place like that repeatedly, it's only natural that your interest in the history of such a place would be stimulated. And so we became pretty fascinated with his story, and we asked for some guidance from members of the staff there. Where would we find out more about this story? Good information. And they steered us in a couple of different directions, and we found some amazing material. We found the letters of John Brown and some of the speeches and recollections of his friends and his family. And particularly among the letters, we found amazing things that he said, some of the most eloquent of all the anti-slavery rhetoric of that time, and comments which went well beyond just the issue of the abolition of slavery and into the topic of justice and equality, egalitarianism. So we were quite taken with the idea of doing a play, and because some of what we came across was based on the letters that he had written, we thought that we would do a combination of spoken word, speeches, and polemic mixed with letters, recitation of the letters, excerpts from the letters. And then, of course, we came upon the idea of having it be a dialogue between John and his wife Mary. And, of course, that sent us into research. We had to find the letters of Mary Brown. There were, at the time that we began this, we had very, very little material upon which to draw. But the deeper we went, the farther we went, the more we found. There still isn't nearly as much material, of course, in terms of the letters of Mary Brown, but there's a lot of material in interviews, recollections of the family in interviews that were done in later years with Brown's children, his surviving children. John Brown Jr., his son, his first son, and his daughter Ruth gave quite a bit of information, and son Salmon. They had many very interesting things to say, and these were recollections which in many cases were instances, events to which Mary would have been witness. And so it was relatively easy to take their memories, their personal family memories, and tell those same stories from her point of view, what she would have seen. And then the letters that we did find, some of which were absolute responses to letters that she had received from her husband. So we were able to take those and fashion them into dialogue. And of course we did 3.5 years worth of primary source research, going into archives in various places around the country, including the Villard collection at Columbia University in New York, which is where we found a number of Mary's letters, a few of them in her own hand.